Dr. Karen. And of course, I am Dr. Karen. Welcome to everyone. Wherever you're watching today, we know that this is going to be an inspiration to you, your family, and your friends. And be sure to let other people know about what's happening over here. Now, one purpose for Second Chance Living for me, one of the goals is to always make sure that people hear interviews and see stories about people whose lives have been transformed after different things have happened in their life. And I want to be able to let everyone know that you have an opportunity to be better. You always have an opportunity to start again. And there is no expiration date as long as you're alive to live in your second chance. Now, I met someone that I actually saw on Instagram, and I saw his testimony on another site on Instagram, and I made the decision to contact him because his story was so phenomenal. And when I had a chance to actually talk to him, I could not believe a lot of the story he was telling me. And the thing is second chances and transformations often seem very unbelievable, but they are real, and it's important for everyone to share what they have gone through so you can help someone else. So his story includes foster care, juvenile lockup, prison, I think different times in the jail system ever since he's been young. He has a very powerful testimony that through overcoming and his faith and his personal relationship with God and what he has to share. So I am so happy and blessed to introduce to you all now Mr. Glenn Burgess. Welcome, Glenn.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, it's an honor to be here.
Well, I just can't wait to let people hear your story. And thank you again for agreeing to be a part. I told you, I don't like to DM people because someone is always
Yeah.
in my direct message. But he responded, and I'm so happy you did. And I just want you to kind of take us back to things in your story. Let us know where the part that you want to share at the beginning. Let's talk about your childhood
Okay.
and the dysfunction that you told me about in your family and where that led.
Okay. Well, I was about 9 months old. I was 9 months old, and my siblings were already in foster care. They were already there. I was the last one to go. I was with my mom. My mom and dad weren't together at the time, so it was just my mom raising me. I was 9 months old, so she took me to the birthday party because one of my other siblings, it was their birthday. So she took me there, and she said she was going to she asked if she could leave me there while she went and did some grocery shopping, and she never came back. She went to Florida with one of her boyfriends at the time. So she didn't want me with her, basically. So she left me with the others there. And I was with them till probably 5 years old. Yeah, my dad came back and got me at 5. So that was basically the center point of everything that I'm going to build off of. That was like a major thing for me, was when I was younger.
Okay.
That's where all this leads from.
Yeah. How old were you? Do you remember how old you were when she left you?
9 months.
9 months. Okay.
Yes.
So basically someone else told you this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask you how that made you feel?
To be honest, it brought a lot of hate, I guess, in the beginning. Now I forgive her. I forgive my father. I forgive them because I can't be forgiven unless I can forgive too.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that is a lot.
And that's a lot of the healing came from the forgiving.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So you moved on to your teenage years. So just tell us some of what happened. I want people to hear your story about going into juvenile, coming out, and then just moving into some of the things that happened.
Now, the foster home that I was in when I was little, they were beautiful people. I thought those were my parents, and I'll never forget. I can actually remember when my real father came back to get me, and they didn't want me to leave, and they told me I had to leave, and all my stuff was packed. I grabbed onto that lady's leg, and I didn't want to let go. But they were beautiful. They did everything with me. It's like I went from the light to the darkness, and when I moved in with my father, there was no love, there was no compassion. He didn't spend time with me. I was always on my own. I always heard everybody swearing and yelling at each other. It wasn't like that in the foster care. It was beautiful. Everybody was full of love. Everybody spent time with each other. Everybody had chores. It was a beautiful experience. And then when I moved in with him, it was just complete dysfunction. I wasn't used to any of what I seen there from there. It was totally different. So I ended up being raised with my dad till probably about 10 or no, about 11 years old is when I first went to detention, Dr. Karen.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so you went to detention,
Yes.
and you know, a lot of people never can find a real positive part of foster care. And we're thankful and thankful to God that you had a good experience because a lot of
Not all
times,
of them were. I was in more, but not all of
yeah,
them
okay,
were.
that particular one, okay,
Yes,
that particular
they were
one,
beautiful people.
very good. So let's stay at the foster care just for a few minutes. You said
Okay.
that first one was very good. Just give some
Yes.
examples of some things that happened to you after that, because I want people to understand when they hear the end of your story where you are now. I want them to
Okay.
understand everything that you've gone through and come out of.
Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
they acted like they treated me like I was their own child, and they wanted
Mm-hmm.
to adopt me. Actually, they wanted to make me their own child. They didn't want me to
Okay.
know. They even told me later on in life they didn't want me to know I had enough that family.
Okay.
They wanted to
Okay.
raise me not knowing that.
Okay. And so, did you tell me that when you were in foster care, did you suffer a lot of the things that unfortunately a lot of children do, like different forms of abuse, whether it be
Oh yeah.
verbal? Yeah, I counsel a lot of children that have gone through a lot of abuse, and it changes their
Yes.
world. It totally changes their world. Um, when you talk to people, or if you had a chance to talk to someone who is listening right now, who went through, and we're going to go through the rest, who went through, though, a bad experience in foster care, and they're adults, they're over 18, what is your advice to them? I know they should be seeking therapy, maybe counseling, but what would you want to tell them if you had to say something from your heart about that experience?
Well, if they're going through like a tough time with how to understand what they've been through, because there's things right now, Dr. Karen, that I don't even understand some of the things deep down that we have to learn. Because you can't change something if you don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know what it
Mm-hmm.
is to be able to change it and to make a difference in that part of your life. Like I know with me, when I wanted to change, I didn't have everybody on my side to help me change. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know how. So it started with books. It started with a lot of reading when I was in jail, trying to educate I went from self-help, Dr. Karen. I went from self-help. I went from Muslim. I went from Christian to all
Mm-hmm.
different types of different things until I actually found the truth of what
Right,
set me
right.
free for my personal.
And you know what you said about not being able to fix something if you don't know what it is? That
Yes, I
is
tried
very
everything to fix
important.
it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I tell
Everything.
people when they come to me for therapy that we have to, they sometimes they don't want to remember the past. And I try to express to them that you cannot be healed if we don't know what the past is. You
Yes.
know, they were having situations happen to them because of their past, but they didn't know that it was abuse. They didn't know
Yes.
that it was verbal abuse. They